Steam Next Fest is a digital event that Valve runs thrice a year, and the first event of 2026 starts on February 23rd. The press preview page for the event went live recently, and I was not too surprised to see that the number of participating games has once again gone up compared to the previous edition. Currently, the page says there are more than 3,900 titles taking part, which is both amazing and overwhelming. This video highlights 5 games that I feel are worth giving a look. Except for one game, Marathon, you can play the demos of the rest of the games right now. And of course, once the fest goes live, don't forget to browse Steam to discover many more incredible titles that are launching soon. And now, here's my tiny list of games worth checking out in February's Next Fest in alphabetical order. First up is Coffee Talk Tokyo. This is a visual novel slash coffee brewing simulator where you play as a barista and listen to your customers' stories while serving them coffee. This is the third game in the series and it has a very loyal fan base from what I could tell. It's also one of the few franchises keeping the visual novel genre active, and I'm happy to see it growing. This demo has been out for quite a while now, and the full game's release was recently delayed, but now it finally seems to be on track to release on May 21st, 2026. Dodo Duckie is a deceptively simple looking platformer where you switch between dimensions to solve puzzles and make progress. While it is designed to be family friendly, don't let the art style fool you. The puzzles can quickly get challenging, but in a fun sort of way. Switching between dimensions may feel like a gimmick at first, but it's a clever twist on the standard platforming template. The developers have been inspired by Fez, which tried a similar dimension switching theme way back in 2013, but over there you are only switching between different 2D perspectives. Here, the idea is evolved further and you explore a fully 3D world. It's definitely a game to keep an eye on as it gets closer to its full launch later this year. I made a video about Let's Build a Dungeon back in February 2025, and since then the game has only grown larger and more complex. It still doesn't have a full release date, but seeing how it is taking part in the next fest this time, I think it's safe to guess the release might be just around the corner. This is a simulation game where you can play through a campaign to simulate running a game dev studio, or you can use its creative tools to build your own game, or you can do both at the same time. It's definitely not the easiest game to explain, but the amount of depth it has is what makes it so appealing. You can play the demo right now, and the game is scheduled to come out later this year with no full release date yet. Marathon is the only AAA game on my list, and also the only game on the list that doesn't have a demo available right away. There's also something weird about its release date. The next fest starts on February 23rd, but Bungie has said that the Server Slam, which is what they're calling the demo, will come out on February 26th. But their website clearly mentions they are part of the Steam Next Fest. I don't know if Valve has made an exception for Bungie, but assuming it is indeed part of the event, I can confidently say that Marathon will be among the most played games in this next fest. After almost 12 years, Bungie is finally preparing to release a new game that isn't called Destiny. So Marathon certainly has a lot of interest, especially from the PvP audience who have been underserved for the past 12 years with Destiny 1 and 2. As someone who is not part of the PvP audience, I'll be playing this demo to help me decide whether or not I'm going to enjoy the other aspects of the game, such as the general gameplay, the environment, and the music. The full game launch is also not too far away, coming out on March 5th. Plentiful is another game that I've previously covered on the channel. The developer recently reached out to provide an update, and it was amazing to see that the game's development has been going well. Plentiful calls itself a nature sandbox. It is a god game where you get to shape the world and influence the survival of the tribe of humans in the game. The demo is very generous with the amount of content it lets you try, and the full game promises 20 plus levels and multiple game modes. The demo is available to try right now, and the full game is scheduled to launch later in 2026. This was just a small taste of what to expect once the Steam Next Fest goes live on February 23, 2026. Steam will offer you personalized recommendations once you log in, so make sure to see what new games you can discover. Good luck to all the developers taking part in this edition of the Next Fest. As a player, you can help the developers by visiting their Steam pages, trying out the demos, and wishlisting the games. The links to these titles can be found in the description. Thanks for watching.